Talk shoes.
Recorded live.
Get everybody to join in. I want to thank guest 2 for joining. Yeah, that's the spirit. Everybody joining in on this show. Usually this show was supposed to start at 3, but I wanted to make sure everything's running good. On today's episode, we're going to learn the history of the computer, how they are built, and how they are today. So stay tuned. This episode is only about the first computer. Thunderhead Pictures Podcast. Recorded live. Go ahead and hear the background. Hey, I'm Joe Dog, the host, and I want to say thanks for listening to this show. Well, you see, computers today, they're so small now they can fit in your pocket. But did you ever wonder what was the first computer? Does anybody wonder? When transistors came around, it stuck lots of stuff to it and stuff, but transistors are still had their problems. Then the processors came, and they made it a lot nicer, made it more easier. Okay. Better than vacuum tubes, isn't it? Yep. Better than vacuum tubes. The information on the history on computer is found on homepage.cs.uri.edu website. If you want to check it out, you have to search for it on their website. I will try to put it in my own words and use some of the information. The year was 1950s, and there was 2 devices. First, central computer was called ENIAC machine by John W. Mauchly at the University of Pennsylvania. The ENIAC means electronical, numerical integrator, and calculator. It used the word of 10 decimal digits instead of the binary code they use now. Really strange, isn't it? I would tell you what binary code is on our other episode, of course, because it would take probably longer than it should. Okay. This episode will be more parts so I can get more information later to you about the history of it, so that's why it's only the first computer. Okay. Now back to the ENIAC machine specs. It used 2,000 vacuum tubes using nearly 18,000 vacuum tubes. The storage and cooling for all this was 1,800 square feet, or 167 square meters of floor space. Really weird, isn't it? Remember, this is before the microprocessor. Now it's time for anybody to give their point on this. So, anybody want to call in? They can. They can also text in the message bar. I guess this show ran a little sooner than it should. Sorry about that, people. It should last longer than way before. It's not even 3 o'clock yet. So I better try to find something else for people to be interested in. Okay, let's check the weather. La da dee, la da da. I wish there's a pause button on here. La da da. Hanging in. Happening now. Homes people buried by deadliest eruption of 2018. Officials fear the death toll will only keep rising. And that's a lot of explosion thing. Hundreds of homes threatened across 3 states. Oh, looks like we're gonna have a rains pass right now. So, guests, do have anything you wanted to say? Hanging in, hanging out. Oh, what this world is all about. Standing in, even in. Do 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 do. Searching on, all about. Searching in, searching about. Let's see here. Any news that we need? Days. News. I guess nothing new. Besides everybody complaining. Okay. That's supposed to be an hour show, but I guess nobody wants to talk. Okay. Well, this was part 1 of the history of computers. There might be more history of it and return to it when I can. You can join in on these shows live on TalkShoe.com and listen to the episode on it and on Android by using Google Play Podcast and subscribe to it. Or you can subscribe on Apple devices using iTunes Podcast. And do the same with that too, of course. All you have to do is search for Thunderhead Pictures Podcast. So that is a nice podcast. And this is Thunderhead Pictures Podcast. You've been caught in the storm.